Alright, we're here for round 2 of testing the new BearKnuckle Brawlers challenge. I did not want to sleep. Got our box and our rations and a pick just in case, and a torch, basic supplies. Oh, we got Monster Hunter and Renewed. That's good. Hey, Grumpy, how are ya? That's always a good feeling. Get stuff out of the way early and take it easy. Oh, we got a goblin camp over here, goblin man camp over here. I don't know that I've ever seen one up here before. Okay. Just kind of getting a lay of the land here. This is a new seed. I went ahead and pre-ran the west gate area and gathered what supplies I could. And see what rations I ended up with. Not quite as good a haul as I did the first time I did a seed for this challenge, but fair enough. One Lumbus was pretty disappointing.
Quiet. I see prey ahead.
And I gotta have a steel hammer for these statues, that's right. Got another camp down there, and one over there. Those are typical locations for that. And it looks like we don't have another one until way up there in the front of the forge. That's normal. We got our static bear den. Deer aren't worth any points. There's the blessing. Wood scraps and fennel seeds. Sealed barrel hiding back there. More seeds. I don't need to be filling my inventory up with seeds. More biltong. More biltong. Gonna try and keep track of the rations that I get out of this area. Haven't done that yet. That's 2 biltong so far. 1 dried fruit. 2 biltong. More biltong and dried fruit. Ooh, reflux a buck.
Not the men care. Chasing us away from every village. Next goblin I see's getting his brains smashed.
Got an orc camp in there. Typical goblin man camp, I should say. There's not very many loot chests in the Elven Quarter, which shouldn't be that big of a deal right now, but we're talking about providing an incentive or offering an incentive for people that use the same world seed from challenge to challenge for these Season 2 challenges. And I mean, part of that incentive is definitely the fact that you get to carry over your findings, your loot findings from Westgate to the Elven Quarter and the Elven Quarter to the mines and so on. But I have a feeling the further we get into the game, the more scarce that loot, and especially the rations, are going to become. And then we're going to need to start allowing things like more cooked food or more imported goods. I'd like to stay away from the imported goods, so we'll probably go with cooked food. Ultimately, these Season 2 challenges are going to have you running a campaign with, doing an entire campaign BearKnuckle Brawler style.
I need a better weapon for this.
How am I doing 4 points of damage to this guy? I wasn't paying attention to my damage numbers yesterday. Is that just because can't be because I'm wearing armor, right? Oh, it's because I got Monster Hunter. That's it. Interesting. 1 extra point of damage for Monster Hunter. And that's because I drank evening ale before I started this. Interesting. We're just going to go fight that Goblin Men camp while we still have Monster Hunter. I think that's a good thing. Ooh, we gotta get those boars kited first. Ah, crap. I brought them all. Gonna end up dying. Only doing 3 to these guys, though. Apparently they don't qualify as monsters. Tried to eat that Lombus, it didn't work though. Oh man, this is ugly. Yep, there we go. Done for. Hey Mariac, how's it going? Showed up just in time to watch me get slaughtered by goblin men. Well, I can't legitimately continue on with this challenge, but I want to check out the rest of the seed and see what kind of loot it's going to give me so that I can just kind of figure out the seed in general. Should have put the speed boots on too. Yeah, it's just fun to try new stuff. A little extra challenge. Just got to get this challenge fine-tuned before I launch it. We can put our cosmetic back on. There's not very many loot chests in the Elven Quarter. There might be some down here. There's one. No rations in it, though.
Who would choose to live here? Not enough meat, too many orcs. All these foes.
So the challenge, Mariac, is it's challenge 2 of season 2 for the BearKnuckle Brawlers challenges. Challenge 1 was BearKnuckle brawling your way through Westgate. You get 1 point for each enemy defeated, and if you have 5 points when you die, you can spend those 5 points. If you have 5 points or more, you can spend 5 points to revive and continue the challenge. But if you die and you don't have the 5 points, or you don't want to spend the 5 points, then that's it, you're dead. Challenge over. You can redo the challenge if you want to. And then the points are really just for bragging rights. There's no reward for the person who gets the more points than somebody else. If you complete the challenge, you get the title Warden of Westgate. So challenge 2 is a continuation of that. You're just doing the same thing, but in the Elven Quarter. If you use the same world that you used for the Westgate challenge, Lombus bread, that's good. then you can, what do I need to drop? Drop our torch. If you use the same world for all challenges, then you can continue, you can carry over your loot. And you're allowed to use whatever loot you find in the game. So whatever rations, whatever a box. If there's a building with evening ale, you can drink evening ale. You're only allowed to sleep once per challenge, and you can eat cooked meals up until you sleep, and then you can consume up to 2 cooked meals immediately upon waking after sleeping your one time. That's when the challenge kicks off, and then the idea with Westgate was visit every tile in Westgate, tally your points, get to the room at the end of the Elven Quarter, or the room before the Elven Quarter, and then you can kill everything that's in that room. You don't have to kill anything that's in that room, but you're not allowed to kill what's in there and then wait around for more to spawn. So, and then we're testing the parameters for the Elven Quarter challenge right now. Strider's helping me with it, or is going to be helping me with it. He helped me with the last one. So we'll see what the parameters are, but so far we're allowing you to wear armor, which would be just the Iron Hills armor and Iron Hills gloves. And then if you start a fresh world and kind of speed run to this area to do the challenge, then you get to use you get to bring in, we're thinking 5 cram and 1 lambus bread. I haven't decided on any a box or anything like that, but we'll see where it takes us.
And I'll keep it that way.
We're definitely not doing the repairing the forge and doing the horde in here, because that's going to be another challenge. So you don't have to worry about that. But I do think we're going to say once you enter the Elven Forge, the Great Forge of Narvi, that the challenge is over. So people have to be mindful of that. Right now I'm just running around looking to see what loot chests are available, because like I said, you're allowed to use whatever rations in a box you find. So we're trying to get somewhat of a handle on what's available. Oh, there's only 1 bear den in this seed? That's unique. Unless I just haven't found it. It might be up over here. There's a goblin camp that spawned over here, which is rare. I've never seen that before. Put those oats for a second. Yeah, I've seen the bear den up here before, but it's not appeared to be the case this time. I wonder if they just replaced it with this Goblin Man camp. It's interesting if that's the way they did it. I don't need seeds. I don't need any more Moose Nakan carvings, except I don't think I opened that Moose Nakan. I think I just put stuff in it. We are requiring you to break the banner after you defeat a Goblin Man camp, so that you can't spawn camp the banners. I don't mind the idea of spawn camping the banners. If that's what they think they're bad enough to do that, then go for it. But I got a warding a bach. But I don't want to have to sit through an hour-long video watching somebody spawn camp goblin banners. So, orc banners. Yeah, that's what I thought too, Mariac. Always 2 bear dens, but this would be the first world I've ever been in that didn't have 2. Another ward in a box. Ward in a box are nice. I haven't tested them, but the idea of them is nice. Yeah, I can do that for you for sure. Seed number is 785576960, but I'll send it to you too, so. And like I said, that goblin camp up in the upper area by those buildings, I've never seen one up there. And another ward in a box. More rations though.
A bear nest.
One bear den there. Hey, thanks for stopping by, Mariac. Reflex a bach, boost a bach, swift a bach. I don't need that. Also considering an allowance of trading points for use of a repair smithy. Did I check these buildings? I did not. Two more biltong. Swift Bach. I need to be better about using these in box. Getting these challenges. Just double checking this bear nest thing, like make sure I didn't miss it because it was kind of dark out of the... Oh, there it is. There it is. I don't think I've ever seen it there before. Not that I recall.
Oh, maybe we can get into the old mines. Find a way back onto
Really can't get
Doran's
between those two
highway from
trees.
there. I need a better weapon for this.
And another wart in a box. Strange. I know I've been through here already, but I just want to make sure I didn't miss anything when it was dark. Ooh. Lumbus. A wart in a box. I don't worry about attack a box because they don't do anything for bare knuckle attacks. I don't know what I wanted to check. And another wart in a box. I find that curious because I feel like loot chests are being less random than they used to be. I've noticed that in Dwaro Delph, the ornate loot chests seem to be providing either ranger journal pages or tree cuttings. Sometimes Elvish tree cuttings, sometimes Ubasam tree cuttings. Usually 2 to 3 of the tree cuttings or 1 page. Never any mix of anything, never multiples of anything. Or, sorry, multiples of stuff. But if it's got Elvish tree cuttings in it, it's just got 2 to 3 Elvish tree cuttings in it, and that's it. If it's a ranger page, it's 1 ranger page. Ubasam tree cuttings, 2 to 3 tree cuttings. That's it. Okay, let's go drop some stuff off. And we're just gonna try to brawl that camp again and see what happens. Let's do it this way. This is what I would allow people to bring. I'm going to ignore the a Bach allowance because I haven't decided if we're allowing people to bring those in or not. But I want to try some of those Bachs anyways. I don't plan on using any Swift Bachs. Reflex, boost stamina, boost armor effectiveness, increase the stamina. Okay. We'll go ahead and do mushroom stew also, because that'll give us renewed, which will regenerate us a little bit. I've been having really good luck with that buff in the lower deeps, or in the second deep of my sandbox game, so that's fun. After we die one more time, I'm going to have to jump off here. I might be back later tonight, though, with some sandbox play. Now, the first time I tested this challenge, I got hung up in some trees while I was fighting goblin men. That did not go so well. Definitely took a toll on my armor. So let's try one of these warding a box. That's D, right? Yep. Ooh. I did way better against that Goblin Man camp yesterday. Oh, one guy here. Here's the B. There's 4.
I need a better weapon for this.
Taste my blade.
I know I'm not using my food to the best of my ability, or at all, but... Alright, we're gonna have to call it quits here. We'll see what happens tonight. Maybe I'll get back on. Do some sandbox fun. Thanks for hanging out, everybody. Till next time.